Solar flash update, April 20th, 2023. This is the eclipse is happening today in just a few hours. And today I want to talk to you about the visions of the new earth. Be prepared for a complete, total shift of everything you can think of. Hello, this is Mahadev the Thunder Wizard, and this is the thunderwizard.com YouTube channel where I give you practical tools to help you evolve. So, today it feels extremely important. It feels like we are on the fulcrum of an irreversible shift. I'm here in Queensland, Australia. I'm just going to show you, this is the view from my window. This is only in one direction, but just take a look at what I look at when I'm, whoops, that's not what I want to do. Take a look at what I look at. That is the view from my window. If I were to turn in this direction, which you won't see anything, you would see the ocean. I'll show you that another time. That's my view. Pretty amazing. The amount of energy that's flowing through me is pretty powerful. It's very wonderful. I appreciate this kind of energy. But we are headed towards something irreversible. And today is a very powerful day. So wherever you are, you should be, if you have the opportunity to stay home, meditate, you should be doing the Hul breath. You can look that up, H-U-U-L breath. Just Google that and you'll find videos of me from a long time ago teaching you how to do that, like 15 years ago or something. And you can be doing the Huar breath. You can look for that on the channel, or any kind of meditation, walking around in nature. But you know, eclipses, in the moment that they're happening, what ends up happening is that the soul gets blocked by the 3D ego, especially this one, because this one is Rahu, the north node of the moon, delusion, attachment, obsession, addiction. That's some of the things that he represents. And so he's getting between you and the sun. The sun represents your soul, but it also represents your ego. And so you can experience during eclipses like this feeling of like you're disconnected from yourself, you don't know who you are, or you can start getting involved in delusions and addictions and things like that. So this is not the day for that. Do not get high, don't get drunk today. Bad day to do that. This is the day that you want to go deep within. So on eclipses, the way to reverse that negative potential energy is to do what I just said. Go within, meditate, read mythology, read spiritual writings, focus on your true spiritual essence. And what will happen then is that you will have an opportunity to have the dark things revealed to you. Because what Rahu does when he's in his good state of mind is that he wants to reveal to you the hidden truth behind everything. And so depending on your mindset, if you're focused on escaping, running away, stuffing feelings, selfishness, narcissism, he's like, yeah, I'll play that game with you. I will let you bury yourself, destroy yourself, because if that's the only way that you're going to learn, then that's the fastest way. But if you're awake, he's going to go, good for you. You want to look within. You want to face yourself. I'm going to show you what's underneath the surface. I'm going to show you what's real. And so when you do any kind of spiritual practices on these dates or after, if you're watching this after the eclipse, that's still a very powerful time because you're still under the influence of it for days and weeks, sometimes months or years after the eclipse. And so this time you should be spent on focusing inward on your soul. So what always happens after an eclipse is that when eclipse hits, things will be revealed. And of course, depending on where it is in the astrological placements, by the way, I do Vedic astrology, which is the actual calculation of the sky above you. Unfortunately, Western astrology, unless they're doing sidereal zodiac, if they're doing normal tropical Western astrology, you're looking at an inaccurate calculation of the sky. Sorry. If you want to do proper Western astrology, real simple, just do sidereal. Then you'll be okay. So what's happening is we've got a couple of things going on. Of course, we have Rahu and Sun are conjunct in Aries. That, of course, is the definition of an eclipse. We've got Sun, Moon, Rahu, all eclipsed in Aries, and we also have Mercury in there. Mercury is in there, almost eclipsed. So it's almost like a retrograde Mercury. So your thinking, you might not be able to think clearly if you're not spiritually attuned. You might not be able to think clearly. Your mind might be disturbed. Your connection to your soul might feel disturbed. Or you can use this time to great effect, because an eclipse means a shift. It's a karmic shift. Every time there's an eclipse, it means a karmic shift is happening. It means there's going to be revelations. So Rahu is going to reveal after this eclipse. You're going to see, watch, remember I told you, after this eclipse, you're going to see revelations in the mainstream media. You're going to see revelations about government. You're going to see revelations about corruption in government, things that have been going on the past few years. More and more revelations are going to come as a result of this, and this will last for weeks, if not months. And what we have also is that Jupiter is just getting ready to transit into Aries. So Jupiter is in the last degrees of Pisces. What that means is that the karmic path of Jupiter, which is the priest, this has been going on for a while. Jupiter has gone through the entire zodiac and is about to come all the way back to the beginning. So when that happens, it means it's a complete, total reset. But the last phase of Pisces, where Jupiter is dying to the old. Dying, literally the 12th house means leaving the body and going to higher dimensions. So there's going to be a shift. The world understanding is on the verge of a complete, massive shift. Now, let's get to the solar flash. Solar flash event is underway. As I'm sitting here making this video, I'm feeling huge amounts of energy going through me. My ET friends are extremely active right now, and there's a lot of downloads happening, not just to me, but to anybody. If you're not feeling any of this, that's okay. What I recommend that you do is do the interdimensional meditation that I have here. You can follow some free guided meditations that I have here on the YouTube channel. And if you want to really learn interdimensional meditation, you can go to thunderwizard.com, subscribe to the Warrior 90 Day or the Interdimensional. I recommend just the Warrior 90 Day. It's $1 more. What have you got to lose? You can unsubscribe if you don't like it. But the interdimensional meditation will literally get you hooked up to a higher dimensional guide. And depending on your karma, your energetic state and your interest, you can really go very deep. I'm here to tell you that I am experiencing the shift probably ahead of the curve for the average person. Maybe not you, but the average person who's not spiritually minded. They may not really feel a whole heck of a lot. So I'm getting a taste of what's coming. And what is coming is a complete, total flip. You're gonna shift from your 3D self, and you are going to shift to your higher self. So imagine for yourself what your life would be like if your higher self lived through you. Instead of your higher self being out there that maybe you ask for some guidance, you wait for your intuition to come and tell you, and it's kind of rare. You're stuck in 3D. I got to make money. I got to have a job. I got to look good. I got to have a good reputation. I got to manipulate the world to get what I want. Imagine if all that went away, and the only thing that was left was actually the highest part of your consciousness, downloaded into you. Now imagine a world where that's going on with everybody. That everybody that's on the earth is going towards their highest dimensional self. Imagine what that would be like. That's what's coming. What has been happening with me, and I had a huge shift over the past couple of days, where I see myself in a completely different light. I don't know if you can feel the difference or see the difference in my demeanor. I can see it and feel it. I don't know if you can. But the way that you view yourself is going to change. Because the truth of the matter is that your human understanding of yourself, your fear, your insecurity, your doubt, your shame, your devaluation, all of those things are a superficial, temporary mask you wear in order to get along in 3D. And that mask is going away. We are shifting up to a higher vibration of the third dimension. We're still going to be in the third dimension, but imagine being in the third dimension and being able to manifest whatever you want. That is something you're going to have to choose to do, and in order to be a part of that, you're going to have to start choosing to honor your highest manifestation of yourself. So I'm here to tell you that you are in fact a deity. You are in fact an extremely divine, powerful, infinite spiritual being. That is your true essence. So you will have to choose to start to see that and start to identify as that and to start acting that way. You can't do it without the actions. Actions is what solidifies it. Actions is what manifests it. Sitting around thinking about it, hoping that it'll come to you, that's great, but if that's all you do, nothing will happen. This is why the law of attraction is mostly incomplete, because sitting around and feeling good things, waiting for them to come to you is not how it works. You can sit around and feel good things, but then you must act in accordance with that feeling. That is what solidifies it in your brain, and that is what manifests it into your reality. And anyway, miracles can happen, but you have to be willing to accept that. So I have been doing a lot of interdimensional meditation, and what I do now is I've been interacting with some beings who claim to be the gods of the gods. When I first met them, it was masculine and feminine, yin and yang, dual, entities. And they said, we are the gods that the gods worship. We created the gods. And so they had a lot of wonderful things to say about me and my destiny in the new golden age that's coming. But one of the things that I did a few days ago, because I was very uncomfortable and I was feeling a lot of doubt and a lot of anxiety, I went to those deities in interdimensional meditation And I said, here's my life. Here's my business. Here's my life. Here's my identity. Here's my practice. Here's my YouTube channel. Here's my citizenship status, my visa. Here's everything. I give it to you. I give up. I no longer have any control. I completely entrust all of this to you. Knowing that I don't know what that means. That may mean, if you want to take my life right now, if you want to make me a pauper, if you want to make me, king of the universe, if you want to do whatever it is that you want to do, you do it. I just want to follow my highest destiny, whatever that is. I take my hands off it. It's all yours. It was a very frightening experience because, we want to have control. We want to feel like we can control our lives. And so part of the fear is knowing that a being like that might decide, hey, you know what? You are destined for much more. You have the capability of much, much, much more success, much more knowledge, much more evolution. And if you're letting me make the decision for you, I'm going to take you up to level 157. You're at level 5 right now. That's part of the frightening thing, is to be expanded beyond the known, what you could possibly imagine. So I did. I said, do whatever you want. And the next day, or 2 days later, opportunities started coming towards me that were literally impossible the day before. And reality starts to change. But what happened through all of that, long story short, is that I saw a vision of myself as I actually am, as opposed to what I think I am. And I accepted that, and I'm expanding into that. And I offer that to you. To imagine, if you could just imagine in your highest possible fantasies what you could be, what you could achieve. And then in meditation, go to whatever deity you work with, or your higher self, it doesn't matter. And then completely surrender everything about yourself to that being. Surrender what you think you know about yourself, surrender your identity, surrender your income, your business, lack thereof, surrender your failure, surrender your health or bad health, surrender your relationship or lack of relationship, and be willing to be completely wiped out and recreated. You must be willing to die to everything. And instead of just being willing within yourself, now you're going to reach out to a higher dimensional being and you're going to say, I want your help. I want you to recreate me in the image that you see me as. Because here's something you should understand. Your spiritual guides, deities, gods, angels, whatever words you want to put to the beings that you work with, even just the universe itself, however you look at your spiritual path. You need to understand that that part of the universe sees you in your perfected self, far beyond what you can imagine in your 3D mind. So when you go to them and you say, make me the way that you see me, I'm going to stop trying to tell the universe who I am. I'm just going to give up. I'm in 3D. I don't know crap. But you see my infinite self and you see my infinite potential. And now I'm asking you to turn me into what you see, not what I see. And if you mean it, I guarantee you right now, especially if you do that today during the eclipse or right after the eclipse, especially if you're doing the interdimensional meditation, but you can just simply do it in your mind right now. Just bring to mind whatever deity or entity or guide that you want to, and do exactly what I just said. I guarantee you everything will change, because this is the fulcrum point. Things are going to change whether people like it or not. For those that have asked to be part of the change, it's going to be amazing. For those that haven't, I can't say. It could be all kinds of things. But this world is going away. The world as we know it is completely, totally changing. And it is changing. And if you want to ascend to that, then you must volunteer to be part of that. Okay? So the good news is that there's room for everybody on the transformation ship. It's right now, it's getting ready to leave. They're starting up the engines. There's room for you on board, but you have to choose to accept to become something absolutely amazing, far beyond what you can imagine. You must be willing to drop whatever it is you think you know about yourself. All right? So that's it for me today, guys. You know the drill. You can find me now on Rumble. Go over there and subscribe there if you would. There are things that I talk about there that I can't talk about on YouTube because of censorship. The most important thing you can do for yourself is go to Warrior 90 Day Lightning Qigong. Subscribe to the Lightning Qigong. You can unsubscribe whenever you want. Just simply follow the practices. I guarantee you, if you follow my suggestions to the letter, your life will transform. Interdimensional Revolution is the book that I wrote most recently. I strongly recommend that you read it. There are things in there that have been downloaded to me, shown to me by beings of higher dimensions that is going to blow your mind. It's information you're going to need to know. Go to Amazon, Kindle, or Audible. You can go to audiobooks.thunderwizard.com. If you're outside of the US and you go to audiobooks.thunderwizard.com, click the link at the top, which will take you to the US site, and you'll see my page there. You can also go to michaelwilliamdenny, DENNEY.com, see all of my books. Do the practices. Don't just listen to me talk, do the practices. All right, a lot more stuff to come. Buckle yourself in, because now is when the changes are going to start increasing. We'll see you soon. Take care.